is to remind ourselves as eternally the servant of the servant of the servant of the servant, as Krishna's Kaviraja Goswami in his Chaitanya Charitamrita. He makes a point that Gopi Pratyapada Kamalayor Dasa Dasanu Dasa Dasanu, just with 2-3 words, he's finishing that verse, because actually Maharaj in one of the class was explaining that the volume becomes so big because the Das can be continued, because that's the spirit of the Vaishnavas. We don't directly identify ourselves as servant of Krishna. We identify ourselves as servant of the 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 Lord. So that is the whole point. So we will try to remember some of their glories. Who can actually understand their glories? Who can actually get into the depths of their mood, and then their service, and then their dedication? So how we can understand about it. So we will discuss, try to seek their mercy. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vikasa Swaminiti Namine. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namine. Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. Jaya Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. As we were discussing, so how to understand about these acharyas? Who are these acharyas? These acharyas are very empowered personalities. They just, in their life, by their practice, by their precept, by their example, they show what is meant by pure devotion. How even the conditioned souls like us can raise ourselves from the covering of the modes of nature, and then come to the platform of Shuddha Sattva, and then engage in pure devotional service. So we will try to one other point just I want to discuss. It's very important, because the pure devotees are on the platform of realized service. So by their example, they raise ourselves to that platform. By their example, in fact, they are coming here to this material world is to help us to come out of the conditioning. So that's one of their prime service to the humanity. Internally, they do relish their loving exchanges with the Supreme Lord, but they also have a mission to please the Lord by giving Krishna consciousness to others. And also one other important thing we need to understand, that sometimes a newcomer or someone may not understand why there is a gorgeous worship of some human being or some personality. But then in the Vaishnava culture, we understand worship of Krishna without worship of his devotees is totally incomplete. In fact, it is not proper devotional service, because Krishna so much stresses in the Bhagavad Gita, Acharya Upasanam. So we have to glorify the Acharyas, we have to worship the Acharyas. Then only by their mercy we will get some idea of what is Krishna consciousness. Otherwise, our life is doomed. We don't have any idea. Like as we will hear about Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, as he says, Yasya prasadat bhagavat prasado Yasya aprasadhan nagati kutopi. Without the mercy of the pure devotee, there is no hope for us. So it's the very attempt to glorify them itself is a great purification. And also, Sri Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu is pointing out, if we do not understand properly the position of pure devotees, and if we misunderstand them or commit offense to them, then that creates great disturbance in the society. Shruti Smriti Puranadi Pancharatri Vidim Vina Aikantiki Harer Bhaktir Utpadayaiva Kalpate. We don't understand properly the principles of devotional service as given in the Shruti, Smriti, Puranas, coming down in the Parampara, then we will neither understand what is pure devotional service, nor understand who is a pure devotee, and we may end up into some Sahajiyism. So this is very important. And also, when we hear the Guru Parampara song, it's being stressed that Parampara Jhano Bhalo Mate. We need to understand what is this? What is our parampara? And we should know the strength of the great devotees. By glorifying these devotees, by appreciating these devotees, so much purification happens. If you remember, for those who have read the book, the story of Rasikananda, or even in the Srimad Bhagavatam purports, there are sometimes the names of so many devotees are written. So many devotees are written, and sometimes we, because of our preconditioning, sometimes we may think, oh, let us skip this, skip these names. But the acharyas are pointing that just by reading the names, just by simply reading the names, so much purification happens. Their names are so potent. So that is the glory of these great devotees. So, so we will begin with Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur, and then we will see as time goes. We will see how what we can. We will just try to see brief narrations about them. So Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur is one of the very prominent acharyas in our sampradaya. So at least for those who are practicing devotees in the Hare Krishna movement, we all know him. We all very much know him by every day. We cannot forget him. Every day morning we sing the Guru Ashtaka that is composed by Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur, and we can just see in that one Guru Ashtaka what a dedication and depth in glorifying the spiritual master. Every word can be meditated, and it's very deep. And Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur is one of the like we have whenever as the principles of religion decline, the Lord descends and he establishes dharma. Similarly, his pure devotees also time to time, when the Lord comes, or the Lord's incarnation, they come, and then after some time there is a gradual decline. And then you can see some prominent acharyas, they come, they establish the Siddhanta, they revive the lost aspects of the pure devotional service. And then so in that way, Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur has also played a very prominent role in establishing the pure Siddhanta, pure devotional service. And Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur is another name, is called as Hari Vallabha. He is called by Hari Vallabha. And yeah, his lineage, so Narottama Das Thakur's disciple, there is a disciple of Narottama Das Thakur, is called as Ganga Narayan Chakravarti. And also there is another disciple of Srila Narottama Das Thakur, he is called as Ramakrishna Bhattacharya, is another Brahmana. And Ganga Narayan Chakravarti, he had a daughter, her name is also Vishnu Priya. And Ramakrishna Bhattacharya had one disciple, or I would say he had one son who is the youngest. His name is Krishna Charana, and this Krishna Charana is Srila Ganga Narayan Chakravarti. He adopted him as his son because he had only a daughter. He adopted Krishna Charana, and this Krishna Charana became he accepted a disciple by name Radharaman Chakravarti. This Radharaman Chakravarti, he became the guru of Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur. So this is the description that is given. So Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur's guru is Ramakrishna Chakravarti, his guru is Sri Krishna Charana, his guru is Ganga Narayan Chakravarti, and his guru in turn is Srila Narottama Das Thakur. So this is one of the lineage. In one of the invocatory verses, Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur, the 10th canto, he glorifies this entire parampara up to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And as we begin that how Srila Vaishnava Chakravarti Thakur's contributions in terms of philosophical conclusions. So there were deviants, all the time, all the Vaishnava, whenever the Vaishnava predominance is there, there is always there is a decline. There is always deviant people who come up with so many false ideas. So there was a false idea that only those who are in the renounced order, they can be the spiritual masters, not others, not a person in the householder life who has properly controlled his senses, controlled his mind, who has taken shelter of a pure devotee and following the principles of Krishna consciousness. So there was a sect which was against this idea. They said that only a renunciant could be a guru, and also the same thing was there. The caste Goswamis, Only those who are born in the family of Goswami could be a Goswami, others cannot be a Goswami. So all these ideas, Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, he defeated all these ideas. And we also know from the Chaitanya Charitamrita, Kiba Vipra Kibhanyashi, Shudra Kene Noy, Jai Krishna Tattva Veda Shay Guru Hoy. So one who is well versed in the topics of Krishna consciousness or in the subject matter of Krishna consciousness, he can become a guru. Doesn't matter he is from a Shudra background or he is from a from any background for that matter, irrespective of any varna or any ashrama. If he is very well versed in Krishna consciousness and he is practicing the Krishna consciousness, he can lead and he can distribute the Krishna consciousness. So Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, with his study of the scriptures, with sound logic, and with his conviction of Krishna consciousness, he established that this is a misconception. And also, of course, as we hear about the great Vaishnavas, Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur was very exceptional when he's very young age. He mastered Sanskrit, he mastered poetry, he mastered grammar, and it is also said that he has written the commentaries in a very young age for 3 books. For the Ujjvala Nilamani, and then Bhagavata Amrita Kana, and then the Bhagavata Rasamrita Sindhu Bindu. He has already given commentaries very early. That's what the history says. So he is a very profound personality. So there are few pastimes that is mentioned. One that we heard during the Brahma Samhita seminar, Gokul Prabhu was explaining about how Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, just with his deep absorption on the subject matter of revelation of Kama Gayatri, he revealed what a confidential devotee he is. Before we speak about that, there is one other incident that is mentioned. He was instructed by the Supreme Lord himself to write commentaries to the works of the Goswamis. So it seems that whenever he was working on the commentary for Bhagavatam and other things, there were sometimes heavy downpour, so much rain all over the Vrindavan. There was heavy rain, but the place where he was sitting, there was not even a drop of rain. And also it said that there used to be it should be very sunny, but wherever he was sitting and writing, the clouds will cover the sun and he will be under the shade. They are acharyas, they are great personalities. You can just see the glimpse of these great personalities. And so this is one incident. So this this work that he was trying to do, it's called as a Mantrartha Deepika. So that was, he was trying to give commentary for the Kama Gayatri. So while he was working on that, so he had some doubts. I'm not getting into any of the details, just as an overview, I'm just explaining some points. So it was explained that the Kama Gayatri has got 24 and a half syllables. So, but the half syllable was he couldn't get it, there is a half syllable. So he was wondering all night, whatever Sanskrit that he has studied, whatever grammar books he has studied, whatever works he has done, he could not understand how it is possible. At the same time, he knew Krishnadas Kaviraja Goswami is an empowered personality, the pure devotee of the Lord. He can no way commit a mistake. So this was, it was going on in his mind, and he was just wondering what to do, how to figure out, because unless he understands how the revelation of the mantras, he was feeling that he will not be able to see the personality of Godhead. So he was thinking, he was bereft of the mercy. He was just constantly meditating what to do. And then, at one point of time, of course, different history mentions different things. So he went to the banks of the Radha Kunda, and then he was just thinking of giving up his life. Then at that point of time, a great revelation happened to him. Srimati Radharani personally came and then explained, hey, Srila Krishna Chakravarti, don't worry, it is what Krishnadas Kaviraja Goswami has given is perfect. There is no flaw in his explanation. For you to elaborate further on this, so there is a book which was not known for anyone, Varnagama Bhaswat. So there was a book that is mentioned. The book explains about the half syllable in the Sanskrit. What is this half syllable? The book explains. So you will come to know about all the details once you get into it. And she personally revealed about how it is 24 and a half syllables. So he was very much satisfied, and he was so happy that the revelation was given by Srimati Radharani herself. and then he became was so surcharged and so happy, and he then gave the commentary for the Kama Gayatri. So this was one of a very amazing work that he did, and also he understood that then he was so inspired. Then in Vrindavan he started worshipping Radha Gokulananda. So for those devotees who have been to Vrindavan, might have gone to the Samadhi of Radha Gokulananda. There are so many. There is also the Samadhi of Sri Narottama Das Thakur. So there he worshipped Radha Gokulananda, and also he worshipped Giridhari Sheila. That was also mentioned in by the Acharyas. And there was also another amazing incident that took place during his time. He was also glorified by Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur as a very revolutionary Acharya. Like we have Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur himself. When he was to establish Krishna consciousness, it was very difficult. There were so many Sahajyas, so many people who are giving wrong ideas about the Vaishnava philosophy, and also many of them thought that Radha Krishna worship means very much to do with loving affairs, very much to do with sex and all those things. So he has to really establish about the pure principles of Krishna consciousness. Similarly, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur also at the time, there was a debate about the Swakiya and Parakiya, that actually Swakiya is proper, Parakiya is not proper. Parakiya means that worshipping Krishna, not accepting him, not officially getting married. The gopis were in that mood, so that was not accepted by quite a sect of people. But then Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, with refutations from the scriptures, with so many different explanations from the bona fide conclusions of the scriptures, he established that how Parakiya is superior and it is bona fide. And again, when we go into the life history of Baladev Vidyabhushana, we know how Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur empowered Baladev Vidyabhushana. But Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur became very old. He was quite old. In his old age, he was very much into bhajana in Vrindavan. He could not travel, but he was still considered the very elevated personality in Vrindavan. So when this situation came that in the Jaipur, the kings were not satisfied because there were no commentary for the Brahma Sutras, and for the Vaishnavas, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Srimad Bhagavatam is a direct commentary on the Brahma Sutra. So Vaishnavas did not have a commentary. So they were criticized, that the Gaudiya Vaishnavas criticized that all the four other sampradayas had a bona fide book, Bhashya for the Vedanta Sutra, but the Gaudiya Vaishnavas did not have. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur empowered Baladev Vidyabhushana. So on the order of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baladev Vidyabhushana wrote so the Govinda Bhashya. So he was called as the Vedanta Acharya. Srila Baladev Vidyabhushana is called as the Vedanta Acharya. So this was also empowered by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And so when he also Baladev Vidyabhushana also established in the debate in Galta that how the Parakiya is superior, how Srimati Radha, worship of Srimati Radharani is very authorized. So all those things he established, and then the Govinda Ji was established. It was similarly in Vrindavan. So Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has to defeat so many different pandits who were with this idea. So while it was happening, so he completely defeated the pandits, and with logic and with very good pramanas. So the pandits naturally did not know what to do, and you can see in history it is like this. So they became so envious. So they thought that let us kill Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. This is the solution. We can see Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur was also, they tried to kill. We can see in the history Ramanujacharya, they tried to kill so many. When we study the history, it's always like that. And so Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in the morning, he used to go for Govardhan Parikrama early in the morning before the dawn, in this little dark. So they thought it's a good time, we can kill Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur when he's on the side of some groves or something, we can kill him. So the pandits tried to follow him. So when they were at one point, they could not find out Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. He disappeared from the scene. So they were wondering what's going on. And then they saw there is a very small young girl, very beautiful girl of tender age. She was just there sweeping the floor, collecting some flowers, and then she was very radiant, very beautiful. So these pandits, they were wondering. So they were asking her, so did you see a person here? He was just walking here. Where did he go? So she said, no, I think he went in some other direction. And then, but just they were looking at her. She was so graceful, so beautiful. And what happened? Their hearts started changing. They were completely purified by seeing her. And then she revealed who she was. She said that I am the servant of Radhika. I have. She even said that where is Srimati Radharani? She has gone to her father-in-law's house, mother-in-law's house. She has gone there, and I am supposed to collect these flowers and go and give it to her. So they were just stunned. And then after she spoke a few words, suddenly they saw that she transformed herself into Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Then they understood. They just bowed down to him. Then they really begged for forgiveness. They begged, and then they took complete shelter of him. So this was again another amazing incident which showed that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is not a ordinary personality. They are very close associates of the Lord. So this was one incident. And various Vaishnava Acharyas, they glorify Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. So one explanation that is given about his name, so they say that he who reveals the jewel of devotion to Vishwanatha. So Vishwanatha is called as Vishwanatha Chakravarti. The Vishwanatha reveals that he actually reveals about pure devotion to Vishwanath. So that is one explanation. And Chakravarti, different explanations given. One explanation is that Chakravarti, Vardhana, Varti means expands. He who expands the circle of bhakti. Chakra is one meaning, can be chakra, the circle. He who expands the circle of bhakti. That is one explanation. And another explanation that is given is that he indicates the path of bhakti always to Vishwanatha. And it is explained that chakra is always amidst the association of pure devotees. So chakra, in the chakra of pure devotees, is always present. So this is another explanation that is given. And sometimes it is said that he is also incarnation of Rupa Goswami. After Srila Rupa Goswami's great works, there was in our Gaudiya tradition, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has written so many books, who also wrote so many commentaries, even commentaries for Srila Rupa Goswami's work. And for us, before we just try to know what are the books he has written, for us it is very important as we recollected the Guru Ashtaka that he has written. So for us it is so important in our daily life. And there is another thing that we can never forget about Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in connection with Srila Prabhupada. Anybody remembers what is that? The very famous incident that Srila Prabhupada often quotes. In fact, Srila Prabhupada is glorified. He took a very humble position. Whenever Srila Prabhupada was asked about how he could do such a massive task of establishing Krishna consciousness movement in the West, he traveled. Prabhupada always used to say that, he never took credit for himself. He said that it is all by the mercy of my spiritual master. It was all by his mercy I could establish Krishna consciousness. And Srila Prabhupada, to the purport, to the Vyavasayatmika Buddhihi Ekeha Kurunandana, Srila Prabhupada always he attributed to the commentary of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he says that one should be so loyal to the words of the spiritual master. So when we sing the song, what's that? Guru Mukha Padma Vakya Chittate Korya Aikya, Srila Prabhupada exemplified that. Srila Prabhupada very much he took it as his life and soul, the words of his spiritual master. He asked him to go and then preach Krishna consciousness in the West. If you ever got money, print books, you distribute this knowledge in English. Srila Prabhupada really took it as his life and soul. And Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, in his commentary, he says that whether you are in the sadhana stage or you are in your perfected stage, always we should remain ourselves as a humble servant of the spiritual master. We should never forget this. This is the principal factor for the progress in Krishna consciousness. We should never forget that. And also we can see in the scriptures, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur and all other acharyas have very much pointed out the importance of this verse. Yasya deve para bhaktir yata deve tata kurau tasyate katitaya artaha prakashante mahatmanah. So the verdict of the scriptures, the import of the revealed scriptures, to whom it is revealed? For those who have implicit faith on the Guru and Krishna. For them it is automatically revealed. So this is the whole point. So we learn this from Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's revelation. He showed that we have to be completely committed to our spiritual master. And we can also see the lineage. Narottama Das Thakur, of course, he is the Siksha Guru, Srila Jiva Goswami, and also the Diksha Guru is Narottama Das Thakur is whom? Lokanath Goswami, right? So Lokanath Goswami's only disciple is Srila Narottama Das Thakur. And how Srila Narottama Das Thakur took shelter of Lokanath Guru. It was not so easy, just like that. You come, you practice, and then you get the shelter of a guru. No, so much it was tested, so much dedication was tested. So we can see the Guru Bhakti and the dedication. For us, for practicing sadhakas like us, for us, what do we know about Krishna consciousness? Without the mercy of Srila Prabhupada and his pure devotees, we have no clue. So for us, Janme Janme Prabhu say, we are indebted to Srila Prabhupada life after life. So without the mercy of Srila Prabhupada, we could, how we will know about the glories of Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur and in fact all the great devotees. So we are eternally indebted to Srila Prabhupada, and by reading his purports, the conclusions of all the Acharyas are revealed. Of course, Srila Prabhupada also, he said that you can read the commentaries of the Acharyas. So Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur has, for us, what we can immediately remember when we come to Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, there are so many rasa books he has also given commentary. Immediately that what we can just think of is Sarartha Varshini Tika is a commentary for Srila Bhagavad Gita. The Sarartha Dharshini Tika is a commentary for Srimad Bhagavatam. And also when we were hearing the Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu seminar conducted by Gokul Prabhu, he is also referring to the commentary of Srila Jiva Goswami and also the commentary of Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. The commentary of Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur is called as the Sri Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu Bhindu. That is the commentary of Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. And also, at least I will just name some of the books that he has given commentary for. So there is a book called Bhagavata Amrita Kana. There is Vraja Niti Chintamani, Chamatkara Chandrika, Prema Samputana, Geetavali, Subodhini. There's a commentary on Alankara Kaustuba. Then he has given a commentary for Gopal Tapani Upanishad. Then there is also some book called Stavamrita Lahari, Krishna Bhavanamrita. Then as we said, he has already given a commentary for Ujjala Nilamani and like that. So like that there are it is said that about 40 books is given commentary, and they are all very deep books. For us, by thoroughly studying Srila Prabhupada's books, and then if you are fortunate enough, we have the capability, so one can get into studying these books. And again, it's not that by studying these books we can understand anything. It's a question of revelation. To the degree we are purified, to that degree things will be revealed. To that degree it will be revealed. Otherwise we cannot understand anything. That's how the science of Krishna consciousness works. So and also so we will try to hear about Srila Raghunandan Thakur. So we can also see from Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur one amazing point that we can always remember. We can also see Srila Prabhupada in one of the lectures he mentioned about the dedication that one has to have for the spiritual master. He says that you all have imbibed, he said in that lecture, Prabhupada said that you all have imbibed that mood of dedicating to spiritual master, because we see the early devotees and also so many dedicated devotees, how they took the words of Srila Prabhupada as their life and soul. They went to the nook and corners of the world. They never knew the language, they never studied Sanskrit, they do not know anything, but they have so much faith on the words of Srila Prabhupada. And we cannot understand how so many wonders happened in our movement, how people took up to Krishna consciousness. Who could ever imagine that the message of Krishna consciousness could go to the China speaking world, the Urdu, those who are from the Islamic background. Krishna consciousness is spreading far and wide. We cannot imagine. It's all because of Srila Prabhupada, and also because of the followers of Srila Prabhupada who took the words of Srila Prabhupada as their life and soul. So it's a very important lesson for us. So we should always be indebted to Srila Prabhupada. And so we are Prabhupada-anugas. We first identify ourselves as Prabhupada-anugas, and then naturally we become Rupa-anugas. So that is one thing. Then in the life of Raghunandan Thakur, who is a great devotee, many of you know about his pastime, but there are some lessons that we can always remember ourselves. So Raghunandan Thakur in his very childhood, he exemplified Tivra Bhakti. You know, in the Bhagavatam we hear Tivrena Bhakti Yogena Yajayata Purusham Param. So what is this Tivra Bhakti? This Tivra Bhakti attracts Krishna. So nothing else attracts Krishna. Very intense devotion, and we can see his father. So when we hear about Raghunandan Thakur, we cannot forget about hearing about Mukunda, his father. Mukunda is a physician in Hussain Shah's rule. So you know what happened when you hear the glory of Mukunda. When he one time he saw the peacock feathers, you know the fan. From the peacock feathers, they used also to fan the kings. So he saw the peacock feather and then he fainted. Because when he saw the peacock feather, he remembered Krishna. So he completely fainted and he lost consciousness. So this is Mukunda. And what do you expect about his son, Raghunandan? So once Mukunda had to go out for, as we were just now, we were in Puri, we were hearing about the Alalanath, you know, Alarnath. So how the young boy who was also deputed by the father to worship Alarnath deity, and then he was just begging and crying to the deity to the bhoga that he has offered. He wanted the Lord to take. Similarly, Raghunandan, as a small boy, was ordered by Mukunda to worship the deity, and then he said that he offer this bhoga and the Lord will honor the bhoga. So and then the boy was very serious. He really took the words of the father so seriously, and then he offered the bhoga, and then he kept the bhoga, and then he was crying. So he saw after some time the bhoga was there as it is. So he was really crying, and then he was very intensely he was praying and asking the Lord to, my father will become very furious, he'll become angry. So then the Lord became very pleased, and then he just completed the whatever bhoga that was kept. So like that it was going on for a few days, and then Raghunandan had to come back, and then he asked. So he was asking for the Mahaprasadam that was offered to the Lord. And then he said that the Lord took everything. Then he was, what, Lord took everything? Okay, chalo, you go and offer today. So he was hiding and then he was watching what is going on. And then because he just some time back he offered, and then the Lord took only a little bit of what was offered. He left something and took a little bit. And then Mukunda could see this from the angle, and from the side, and then he just came and then embraced Raghunandan. He said that he was so happy that the Lord took, and then he was extremely happy. And then you see when they went to meet, there's a famous incident in Chaitanya Charitamrita. You can see Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked Mukunda once, so who is the father and who is the son? And then Mukunda said that certainly my Lord, he is the father, I am his son. So because he said, from him I learned Krishna consciousness. So there is another important thing that we can learn, that so we never know who is a pure devotee. So pure devotee, it's Krishna consciousness beyond age, beyond caste, beyond social background. That is the power of Krishna consciousness. So this is one thing that we can learn. And also another thing that we can learn is that Krishna becomes controlled by the pure devotion of his devotee. Sadhu hridayam mahyam, sadhunam hridayam toham. Then how does it go? Madanyat tena jananti naham tebhyo managapi. So Krishna says the devotees are in my heart, and the devotee says Krishna is in my heart. I do not know anything but Krishna, and Krishna, these devotees do not know anything but the Supreme Lord. So this is how the pure devotion works. So and then so it is mentioned that the Raghunandan Thakur was the Kandarpa Manjari or Pradyumna in Krishna Leela. Also, I was speaking about Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. What was that? I forgot. There is a name that was given. Yeah, I missed to note down the name. There is a name for. There is also. He was also one of the very close associate of the Lord. Oh, just one other point. There's also a very important book by Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur, which is so important. It is said that it is even being spoken. It was spoken by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then it was actually written by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. The heart of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was revealed by Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur. It's a very important book which we all can read after studying Prabhupada's books, called the Madhurya Kadambini. So in that, step by step, Srila Vishnu Chakravarti Thakur takes us from the Komal Shraddha to Prema. So specifically the Anartha Nivritti and various Anarthas, how we can overcome. All those things are very nicely discussed, and Srila Prabhupada sometimes quotes this in some of his purports and his lectures. So that's an important book to read also. Today is also the appearance of Vishnu Priya. So it is mentioned in the scriptures that so Krishna, there is Lord's eternal concerns, Bhudevi, Sri Devi. So she is the Vishnu Priya. Actually, she's actually the Bhushakti herself. And yeah, she descended to participate in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's pastimes. So it is mentioned that she was so beautiful, and she followed all the principles of Sri Dharma, and she obeyed the parents, and she worshipped the Tulasi. And it is specifically mentioned she used to go to the Ganga. She bathed 3 times. She is Lakshmi herself, and yeah, and also it is mentioned that she was very obedient. She used to, whenever she saw Sachi Mata, she will offer obeisances. And her father was in the Chaitanya Leela, it was yeah, Sanatana Mishra, and in the Krishna Leela, it was Satrajit that was mentioned in the Gauda Ganadesha Deepika. And also, yeah, we all know when Lakshmi Priya, out of intense separation, when she heard that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to leave, out of intense separation, she left. So it was decided that so he has to be married second time. So Sachimata, whenever she saw Vishnu Priya, she thought that she is a very good match for Nimai. So a second marriage was done for Nimai, and that was with Vishnu Priya. And it is in the Chaitanya Mangala, Locharadas Thakur gives a great description about that marriage ceremony. Chapter is dedicated, I think, a lot of, and also in some of the songs recently, in the Locharadas Thakur disappearance day, we were singing few songs. He glorifies Vishnu Priya in those songs. And so with great pomp and splendor, that marriage ceremony was done. And there is one very interesting incident, is instructive also. Vishnu Priya once, she asked Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I heard a rumor that you are going to take sannyas, is it true? So yeah, it was very intense, it's for them, for her, because their association is not like normal wife and husband. They are eternal associates. So separation from the Lord is, they cannot digest. It is too much of a hit for her. So when she asked, so immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he came up with a very philosophical explanation. It's very instructive. He said that you please know, Vishnu Priya, there is only one truth that exists in this entire world, that is Bhagavan and the devotees of the Lord. So the Vaishnavas and the Lord, they are the real truth, and everything else is illusion. This is one point Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also said that father, mother, wife, husband, children, relatives, everything that is in this material world is all illusory. In the sense, it's all temporary. So we should not think that illusory means everything is illusion. Not the Maya with understanding. That illusion with understanding that everything is temporary, nothing is lasting. So the Sat, as we heard last Sunday class, there is Sat and Asat. The real Sat is Bhagavan and his devotees. Everything else is Asat. So that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu emphasized. And also, and then he said that, remember Vishnu Priya, your name is Vishnu Priya. You are always very dear to Vishnu. So you please engage in constant remembrance of Vishnu. And then you become dear to Vishnu like this. So when he said, and then after saying this, immediately Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed his four-armed form. And Vishnu Priya immediately forgot about all the grief. And then she was pacified. And of course it is mentioned that she played the role of a wife, of a normal wife, and then she was again into grief that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is going to take sannyas. So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, she said that, my dear Lord, I cannot live without you, it's impossible. So how do I exist? So then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gave her his mercy. She said that, wherever I may travel, I will always be with you. So I always be with him in the form of, so those who have been to Mayapur, in Navadvip, you can see Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. So there is a deity of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, is called Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu. So he is always, Vishnu Priya with great devotion, she worships Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu, and you all know that she used to chant the holy names, and for every round of the Hare Krishna, she used to keep one grain, and like that she was performing very severe austerities, and she became very thin. And in the evening, after completing her sadhana, she will cook whatever grains, whatever rounds she has chanted, that much grains only she will cook and offer to Dhameshwar Mahaprabhu, and then she will worship the Lord. So she also showed the spirit of renunciation and how it is important. And we also many times heard how the devotees of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exemplified the spirit of renunciation and spirit of Vairagya. So it's the we should not whenever we see the about the pure devotion, about the great ecstasy the devotees were getting into, we should not take it as very cheap. And also simultaneously we see what's the great amount of vairagya they practiced. It's not something very cheap, some kind of a sense gratification, but they were equally very much renounced also. So that also we see. And also we see today is the appearance of Pundarika Vidyanidhi. So Pundarika Vidyanidhi, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very intimate with Pundarika Vidyanidhi. So in fact, he said that just by chanting his name, the entire world will be purified. So he gave, he was called by different names. He was called as Sri Vidyanidhi, Acharya Nidhi. He was also called as Bhaktiyanidhi, and specifically he was called by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself as Premanidhi. I had one devotee friend at the beginning when I came to Krishna consciousness. I never knew. I was always wondering what is this Premanidhi. So this is associated with the name of Pundarika Vidyanidhi. So that was given by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. As we at the beginning we spoke that the great devotees, they come to give the love of God. They show in their own lives and they just distribute this love of God. So very famous incident, many of you might have known. So once Gadadhar Pandit was introduced, was taken to see Pundarika Vidyanidhi. Pundarika Vidyanidhi was sitting on a royal throne. He had so much silk beddings. So he had spittoons, golden spittoons. So he had pans. He had so many. He was dressed so opulent, so many jewels. So we cannot understand Vaishnava Kriya Mudra. So we cannot understand just by looking at the Vaishnava. We cannot understand sometimes what is an intense devotion. So just when you just look at Pundarika Vidyanidhi, you may wonder that maybe he's a materialistic man. Externally, it might appear like that, but he was very, 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 very intense devotee of the Lord, Rasika Bhakta of the Lord. So nobody knew about it. So when Gadadhar Pandit, when he first time he saw that, he thought that, what is this? They told me to go and then take shelter of him, see him, how to understand him. So he had his own doubts. So how to know? So whenever you want to know about the Vaishnavas, you can specifically we understand through hearing. So similarly also, when we just see the other end, diametrically opposite, we see Vamsidas Babaji Maharaj also. His dressings, the way he looked, nobody could understand you cannot understand what kind of a personality he is. So he also was very, very Babaji. Babaji means he has renounced all the all the social customs, all the principles of Varnashrama. They are beyond all those things. They are intensely absorbed in Krishna Bhajana. So like that, Pundarika Vidyanidhi was a very intimate devotee. So what happened in that assembly? This the specific verse from the Bhagavatam was read. Putana Loka Bhalagni Rakshasi Rudirasana Jigamsayapi Haraye Stanani Dhatwapa Gadgati. So when he heard this, so what is this verse explained that Putana, she is actually Loka Bhalagni. So she is a killer of human children, all small child. That's what she eats. And what happened? This Rakshasi, what is the sthana she got? She got the sthana of great motherhood, because by the mercy of Krishna took away the poison, and then he out of great mercy, compassionate, she gave the status of motherhood to Putana. And when he heard this, it invoked all the feelings, and he completely became mad. He became mad, and all the Ashta Sattvika Vikar, all the symptoms of the Ashta Sattvika Vikar was seen in Pundarika Vidyanidhi, and he went so mad that the asana in which he was sitting, it was torn apart, the silk beds were torn apart, the spittoons were thrown away. Nobody knew what is happening. They could not understand. The fire was so intense, and so many strong men, they came to stop Pundarika Vidyanidhi. 11 men, it is mentioned that they came to stop. It was very intense. They could not do anything. And after some time, slowly that intensity reduced, and he gradually came to external consciousness. Then Gadadhar Pandit, he understood, what a intimate devotee he is. And then he took fell at his feet and he took shelter and he requested for initiation from Pundarika Vidyanidhi. And also, it is interesting to know who is Pundarik Vidyanidhi. He was Vrishabhanu in Krishna Leela. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu always regarded him as his father and as his very intimate friend. And also we can see how Gadadhar Pandit taking shelter from him. So that's one incident. And also one other very interesting incident that is mentioned about Pundarika Vidyanidhi and Swarupa Damodar. That once they met after a long time, they came to meet each other and they were trying to touch their, so he was Pundarik Vidyanidhi was glorifying the exalted position of Swarup Damodar and he was trying to touch his lotus feet. And Swarup Damodar, seeing the great position of Pundarik Vidyanidhi, he was trying to touch his lotus feet. Like that, they were trying to touch each other, but they were equally powerful. Nobody could touch. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was saw this intimate exchange between both of them, and he was in great bliss. So this was mentioned about one incident. And so also one other. So I'm not going to speak much about Raghunath Das Goswami. It's a long thing. It's so much to speak about Raghunath Das Goswami. We did hear in some other classes. So I thought of touching on these personalities, but still few points that we can remember from about Raghunath Das Goswami as a pastime. Of course, he's called as a Prayojana Acharya. He very much showed all the different acharyas. They all came to establish and help the conditioned souls by raising them, by giving the books, by establishing certain things. So, for example, Jiva Goswami, he got the land. Rupa Goswami wrote so many books. Sanatan Goswami also wrote books. So specifically, Raghunath Das Goswami, he very much exemplified the mood of the Gaudiyas by taking the side of that we are actually eternally, of course, we are eternal servants of Radha Krishna, but he very much exemplified the mood of taking the side of Srimati Radharani, in the sense that I am actually Radha's servant. Like that, he exemplified that mood very, very deep. Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur used to speak from, if you have read the Bhakti Siddhanta Vaibhav, there is an interesting section wherein Srila Bhaktisiddhanta, in the Bhaktisiddhanta Vaibhav, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, specific incidents relating to Vilapa Kusumanjali. There is a book that he wrote expressing his separation from Srimati Radharani, how he anchors for her service. Like that, Srila Raghunath Das Goswami exemplified that mood, that how the Vaishnavas anchor for the servitude of Srimati Radhika. And so in that, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur, right in his very engaged, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur memorized all the 100 verses or 115 verses of this book. Very, very deep devotion about Raganuga Bhakti, and also the great devotion that Raghunath Das Goswami exemplified for worship of Srimati Radharani. And we all know that, his great spirit of renunciation. Who can exemplify renunciation like him? We can really fall at his feet, appreciate the great glories. So we know from his life history how he was worshipping the Shaligram Shela, the Gunjamala that he got from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and also how he was offering respectful obeisances to the Vaishnavas. For all the Vaishnavas, some 2000 times he'll offer obeisances to the Vaishnavas, at least, and he also offered obeisances to the deities. That one, in his old age also, he was showing that great mood. And also we can see the spirit of his renunciation when he came to Jagannath Puri. And first of all, with great difficulty and struggle, he left the family life, which was not so easy. He was not bound by beautiful wife. He was not bound by so much money. So nothing could bind him because of the intense devotion. And through him, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also exemplified the principle of Markata Vairagya. One cannot falsely renounce and run away from responsibilities. So one should become ripe in Krishna consciousness. So this Raghunath Das Goswami exemplified, and also another amazing and a very important and instructive incident for us. Without the mercy of the spiritual master, we cannot come close to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Supreme Lord Sri Krishna. So no way direct, this is the idea of direct worship. Directly I will read this book, directly I will do this, directly without the association of devotees. We have to forget it. We can see from the Panihati Citta Dahi Mahotsava how after getting, so many times Raghunath Das Goswami tried to leave and then engage in Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's service, although he was fully qualified, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu showed a point that he has to get the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu. After getting the mercy of Nityananda Prabhu, Raghunath Das Goswami could leave his house and then go back to go back to the service of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also another amazing thing Chaitanya Mahaprabhu exemplified, we can see he never directly instructed Raghunath Das Goswami. Although some instances he did in Chaitanya Charitamrita also, we can see there are instructions to Raghunath Das Goswami, how Vairagis, how the sannyasis should behave. There is a section that is given about how one should be very renounced, one should not hanker for a name, fame, glories, one should not hanker for position, one should not hanker for money, one should not accumulate things. Very nice instructions are given. But most of the times, he was always working under Swarupa Damodara. Through this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu again exemplified the point that one should go through the devotees. No direct association of the Lord or his pure devotees. So, and also that is the mood of the devotees. The mood of the devotees is to go through the pure devotees. So, this in the material level, on the other hand, the material level, we can't understand this, We always try to bypass and go direct, That's how it is. But here in the mood of Vaishnavas, in the Vaishnava Sangha, it is through the, as in the beginning of the class, we were speaking about Gopi Prityapada Kamalayo, Dasa Dasanudas. That mood is very much emphasized throughout the teachings of the Vaishnavas. We can see that mood, how they take a very simple position, and that's very instructive. And also another instruct. So, and also this very, very famous incident with Srila Prabhupada also, if you remember in Perfect Questions, Perfect Answers, he specifically points out this incident and he says that don't try to imitate these acharyas. We cannot even, in the dreams also we cannot try to imitate them. The kind of the renunciation spirit that was shown by Raghunath Das Goswami. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so pleased. So the first incident you remember when he came to Puri, he ran away, he escaped from his parents, he came to Puri. So first it was a heart attack for his father. How my son is going to live in Puri? He was always in pomp and splendor. Where he is going to sleep? So he used to send money. So he used to collect at the beginning that whatever money he was getting from his father, and then he was using it for giving for the Vaishnavas. He will be purchasing many things for the Vaishnavas. He will invite them for lunch. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used to come regularly, twice a month or something like that. He used to come and then honor lunch. And then he used to ask after that, Swarup Damodar, so what is Raghunath Das Goswami doing these days? So he was not calling him for lunch. He said that, no, he's not calling you for lunch because he says he doesn't want to take any more money from his father. He said that it is not proper. Why he has to take money from his father? So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was very pleased with that. Then the second incident happened, so he was asking again after some time, so what is he doing these days, Raghunath Das Goswami? How he is now for his shelter and food, what he is doing? So he says that he goes in front of the temple and he just stands there. If someone comes and gives him some food, he takes it, and with that, whole day he's practicing, he's doing his bhajan, sadhana is doing, and if he gets some food, he takes it and then he leads life like that. So he was very happy with, oh, very nice, this is very good. And after some time again he asked, so what is Raghunath doing now for his? He said that he has given up that idea because he says that he's feeling like he's like a prostitute. He's saying, oh, this person will come and give this, that person will come and give this. So he is just looking from whom I will get. So he has given up that idea. Now what he is doing is, he is, we all recently went to Puri. So from the Ananda Bazaar, sometimes the leftover or the spoiled ones are thrown away. So from the spoiled ones, even sometimes the cows will reject that. So such kind of some spoiled rice he take out, the outside portion looks, very, becomes very soft and you cannot touch it. So he scratches that, there is a hard portion of the rice inside. So he cleans that and then he just eats that. That's how he is surviving. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came there and then he wanted to grab that from Raghunath. He said that Raghunath Goswami, you are having some very special fish. I want that. You are only taking the nectar. Give it to me also. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was, in that way, he was forcing Raghunath Goswami to give that, and he was trying to take whatever Raghunath Goswami was trying to eat, and then Swarup Damodar has to stop it. And then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was extremely pleased with the renunciation spirit of Raghunath Goswami. And Srila Prabhupada points out this. He says that this is the great acharyas, and he gives us a warning that don't try to imitate these devotees. So on this auspicious day, all that we can do is we can try to remember all these great personalities, offer our prayers. These are very powerful days. We come in front of these great devotees and offer prayers so that we get the strength to please our spiritual master, our Acharya Srila Prabhupada, in whatever way that we are doing. We can derive strength from these great personalities. and in that way we become purified and go on in the in Krishna consciousness. So we should not forget that we need to, all these great devotees, you can see in their life, they took so much hardships, they did hard work. So whatever it is, whatever we are doing, we should try to dedicate ourselves, submit ourselves, and definitely we do not know, as long as we remain as instruments in the service of, in the mission of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Srila Prabhupada. So we will be purified and we will be what to say, we will be enthused and we will be able to practice Krishna consciousness. So thank you very much. So we'll stop here unless anybody has got a comment or some other point to say. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Srila Raghunath Dasa Goswami ki jai. Srila Raghunandan Thakur ki jai. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur ki jai. Sri Vishnu Priya Mataji ki jai. Whom else I left? I think I spoke everyone. Thank you very much. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna.